Greetings, Derek the Fairweather Camper here on this overcast, gray, slightly rainy morning. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most important meal of the day, coffee. I'm going to be showing you how to make coffee in a percolator. Now I know, much like petticoats and poodle skirts and mullets, percolators have pretty much fallen out of style, but I like to use mine on camping trips. It makes a good cup of coffee, kind of nostalgic. There's several parts to a percolator. Part here, you've got this base plate that catches the bubbles from boiling water, forces it up through this tube. When the water gets to the top of the tube, it bubbles out onto this spreader plate, into this cup, onto your coffee grinds, and down into the percolator. Just like a drip over coffee pot, you can get filters for a percolator. Now, since I'm using just my regular everyday coffee grinds, they're a little fine. They're not the special coarse ground grinds that you really need for a percolator, And you'll notice it has these little holes in the bottom of the cup. Regular grinds sometimes get forced down into these little holes and out into the bottom of the pot, which is not bad, but it's undesirable. So when I'm using regular grind coffee, I'll just put in one of these paper filters. It just sits in the bottom of the cup and covers up the holes. Keep the coffee a little bit cleaner. Now, one important thing about a percolator, since this sits inside here, you don't want to fill it up higher than the bottom of this, because that'll keep it from percolating properly. So this one is the Faberware percolator. Pretty sure you can still buy these off of Amazon. It has markings on the inside to tell you how much water to put in. I'm making a full pot. So, like I said, just regular everyday ground coffee that I use in my drip pot at home. Nothing special. No special grind or anything. And you want to put the coffee straight into this little cup. I'm going to use 6 tablespoons. Put the plate with the tube in, sink it to the bottom, put the cup full of coffee grinds on there, put the spreader plate back on, put this lid on, and fire up your stove. You want to turn that on high and just let it go. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in a hurry, don't try to make coffee in a percolator. All right, for 16 and a half minutes, nothing has happened. And then all of a sudden, things are getting exciting. You can see the top, this little clear bulb up here. Water is boiling up through that tube, hitting the top of this, and splashing down onto that plate. That is actually making the coffee. So the water inside the pot is boiling, and that is bad news for coffee. Counterintuitive, right? But the boiling point of water is actually too hot to make good coffee. So once it starts percolating like that, turn the stove down. Right now it's going too fast. That's what you want to see. Just barely percolating. And you just want to let it perk for about 7 minutes. All right. Like I said before, the boiling point of water will actually burn coffee. So I'm going to turn this off. Let it sit for a few minutes. And to keep the pot warm, you don't want to turn the flame back on because then you're burning fuel and you're burning your coffee. So to keep it hot, I'm going to pour it into a vacuum container. And that'll keep it hot all day long without burning any fuel. So there you have it, camp coffee. I'm going to wake up a little bit and then we'll make breakfast.